So whoever listed this as a kids movie needs to be hit with a frying pan, cause like this is the furthest thing from a kids movie. Like there's the specific scene in the movie. Like if you watched it, you already know what I'm talking about. But I promise you, as a kid, I should have never seen that. And even now, watching it as an adult, it's a totally different experience. But before we even get introduced to our main character, we see this mysterious mechanical skinny hand creating a doll. Now why this mysterious person is doing this, we don't know. So when it was finished, it threw the doll into the night, space, or I don't really know, but she just flung it out the window. But our real story starts at the Pink Palace, where this old man on the roof is doing whatever the hell this is. Mind you, it's in the middle of the day, but we also see Coraline and her family moving into the Pink Palace from Michigan. Now Coraline, being a kid, goes off to explore the place. More specifically, she goes to go find a well with a stick or a dowsing rod. I think that's what you call it, but either way, it doesn't really matter, because on her way, she got scared by a cat right before doming it. So the sudden noise that the cat made scared her and she turned into a track star. Now she kept on running until she found the well that she was looking for. And that's where we also meet another important character, YB, who made his grand entrance on his bike. Bro thought he was Evil Knievel, but I have to admit, this mask is so cool, bro. I think it's the black, green and white that just meshes so good together. It lets Coraline know that his grandmother owns the Pink Palace, and she usually wouldn't let families with kids rent there. Why? Y'all will find out later. So the next day we meet Coraline's parents, Mel Jones and Charlie Jones. So when I was younger, I thought her parents sucked, but honestly, they was just bro, like, which is low-key relatable in this economy. Also, her mom lets her know that YG brought her a doll that looks eerily similar to her, which is not creepy at all. It's not creepy at all. Next we see Coraline exploring the house to cure her boredom, but it didn't work. So in the living room, I don't know how the house is set up, but either way, she was looking for a doll that mysteriously vanished. Again, this is strike number 2, Coraline. Please lock in. On her search for this obviously cursed object, she finds a tiny door in the wall. And after using a speech bug to convince her mom to open it, we see it was a letdown cause it's been sealed off by bricks. Now keep this in mind for later, cause this door is gonna be the reason why a lot of stuff is gonna go wrong. Either way, as she was sleeping, some shenanigans happened. These mice spawned out of nowhere and woke up Coraline. Now I was gonna slander her, but I think she's like 10, 11, something close to that age range. So she ended up following them to the door. You know what? I take back what I just said. I recant my statement. Because why did she think it was a good idea to go into this obviously strange portal? Coraline, we might have to put you on the short bus for that decision, bro. After making it to the other side, we get introduced to the other mother. And I'm just saying, if I were to see this in real life, I probably would have ran away. But Coraline's a better person than me. So other mother who was cooking something told her to go get the other father, who thought he was Michael Jackson or something. Was like, Unc, calm down, blood. You not that guy. Now they had Coraline eating good, bro. I'm talking about they was treating her like some kind of princess. And after the good eats, they told her that she can stay there forever. But Coraline was like, nah, I gotta go home. Which they agreed to and took her to bed. And when she woke up, she was in the real world again. Now later, she found the cheese on her doorstep, which belonged to her neighbor, Mr. Bobinski. I think I said that right. So when she went up to hand him his stuff, no one was there. But that's when bro pulled up upside down like he was prime Carter. Mind you, there's no reason to be doing all of this. Like honestly speaking, Mr. Babinski would make a great JoJo's character. Like if you watch the show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So before she left, Mr. Babinski told her that his mice told him that Coraline was in danger, which is not the only warning that she'll ignore. Like these two ladies, Miss Pink and Miss Forcible, who are an interesting pair. And also, we're not going to talk about Miss Forcible's bold and the interesting performance later on. But Miss Pink warns her about her impending doom, which she only takes at face value for some reason. Like, you got it, Coraline, blood, you got it. When Coraline stepped outside, we see the Pink Palace got turned into Silent Hill. And This is also where her friendship with YB starts to grow. So as they were conversating, YB lets her know that his grandmother doesn't want him to go into the Pink Palace, cause she had a twin sister long ago that disappeared, but she believes she was abducted, which is kinda true. She was kidnapped. Later that day, before Coraline went to bed, she placed cheese by her door to draw the mice in, which worked. The mice showed up and they took her to the other world. Coraline goes again into the kitchen where we see Adamada making food, but this time she used the mice that Coraline put on the ground, mind you, the ground, to lure the mice in, which is so disgusting once you think about it. Either way, Adamada tells her to get her father who was gardening, and I can't lie, this is actually mad creative, bro. Bro really went deep in his duffel bag for this. Fast forwarding until they were finished eating, her other parents encouraged her to go watch Mr. Babinski's jumping mice performance with YB. But there's a stark difference between normal YB and other YB. One had his ability to speak removed, which is wild saying it out loud, but peep Coraline's reaction to this news.
So he can't talk at all? Nope. I like it.
She might be crazy, gang. So after this amazing performance by the jumping mice, which I'll only show a portion of, Coraline goes home, and I don't know how she fell asleep with 3 people watching her. I guess she's just built different, bro. Her genotype might be the rarest of all time. When she woke up, everything looked bleak again, which is very good visual storytelling. But when she went to go check the door again, it was locked. Who would do this, you may ask? You're asking a lot of questions for someone who didn't like the video yet. But since I'm feeling generous today, I'll tell you either way. It was her mom, cause she found rat doodoo in there. Coraline found the key and went to the other world, where she got a new foot and linked up with a cat who could dimension up for some reason. I don't think they've explained this, but he tells her that even though this world seems perfect, it seems all holly and jolly, it is not what it seems. Newt YB told him. Okay bro, okay gang, stay off the cat side. So fast forwarding till after Miss Pink and Miss Forcible's performance, which I won't be showing on YouTube. After the show, she linked up with the other parents who told her that she could live here forever and have everything she ever wanted. On one condition, she needs to sew buttons into her eyes, which she expertly declines. And let's just think about it. That process would be so painful. And this is horrible. Like, why would you even do that to yourself? Coraline ran to her bed and tried falling asleep to go home, but it did not work. Her next option was running away, which on paper sounded like a horrible plan, but what other option did she even have? So outside she meets the cat again, and he tells her that Adamada either wants to eat her or she wants to share quote-unquote love with Coraline. Either option was horrible. Now she remembered the tiny door that brought her to this world, but this Broly built roach blocked her way. Now this whole room that she was in is revealed to be bug themed, which is an interesting decor choice, but this bug chair yoinked up Coraline and Adamada was there. Now this whole conversation can be summed up with one word: rage bait. Cause like Coraline was genuinely rage baiting her to the point that she went into a second film, bro. Like she was moving like she was Frieza. She grabbed Coraline by her nose and dragged her to this mirror before trapping her in this dimension. So inside this room, she meets the spirits of the previous victims, and they low-key inform us about Adamada or the Beldom's law. Now she knew their lives were awful and used the allure of food, games, and fun to trick them into staying. And the moment they let their guard down, she traps them in this room right before eating them. So to free their souls and to escape this world, Coraline needs to find their eyes, not the real ones, the ones that represent their eyes, and to beat the Beldam again. To fast forwarding a little bit, Mute YB rescues her, and we see my boy was done nasty by Adamada gang. Mute YB helped her escape to her world, and he couldn't go with her cause he's a doll, bro. In the Beldam, that's bro so nasty gang. She turns bro into a flag. Now something interesting happens. Coraline goes back there, but not the same day, like a few days later. We find out that Adamada kidnapped her parents which means she not only has to find the eyes of the kids, but she has to find her parents too. Now she went up to Other Mother and proposed this deal to her. If she can find the eyes and her parents, she's free to go, but if Coraline fails to do so, she stays here forever and gets buttons sewn onto her eyes, which Coraline agrees to do. Now the first pair of eyes were at the garden, and she used this thing that she found from the old two ladies to locate it, and with the help of Other Father, she managed to collect one of the 4 items. The next one was at the place that Miss Pink and Forcible had their show, and this was low-key a weird one, cause like they were those twisty candy for some reason. But Coraline finessed their own pitch into attacking them, which earned her the second eye. Next she pulled up on Mr. Babinski, who was made of rats, and I won't lie, they low-key finessed Coraline. Like the rat made his escape, and Coraline tried sniping the rat, but she did not have aimbot on. Now it looked like all hope was lost, but that's when the cat pulled up with a clutch play, which meant she only had one task to finish, finding her parents. All around him the other world was unraveling, was Coraline drained of all his energy, but the hardest sacrifices requires the strongest wills.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
Coraline pulled up on the Other Mother, who looked like this. I'm not gonna lie to you gang, plastic surgery is not fixing that. So her next plan was low-key genius, by the way. She got the Other Mother to open the door and used the cat as a distraction to get her parents. Now it worked for a bit cause the cat clawed out her eyes, but that only angered the Other Mother cause she turned the floor into a whip. Now she came down from the top rope like she was Rey Mysterio and completely missed. And next we see Coraline tapping into her inner Tarzan, where she climbed up onto the door and left. So with the help of the 3 ghost kids, she managed to escape and live happily ever after if the movie was actually finished. Cause in a dream, the 3 kids pulled up on her and told that Other Mother will find the key no matter what. And the plan was basically to hide the key where she'll never find it. Now that place would be the well from the beginning of the movie, and that's where we see her trying to open it. Now before she could throw it down the well, the Other Mother's hand pulled up and dragged it to the door. So why be pulling up like he's the main character? First got her off of Coraline and saved her from his iron claws, which won't be the only time cause as Coraline was struggling to keep it in place, YB pulled up with a rock and destroyed it, bro. So after getting rid of the key by means of throwing it down the well with a broken hand, they finally get their happily ever after, and the whole world suddenly got color again, bro. And this is where I'm gonna end the video. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, sub, do all that good stuff. And just in case you never hear from me again, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.